The all new Poco X3 is here, and is this the worthy upgrade over the older Poco X2, or you should wait for any other phones in this price segment? Let's find out in today's video. Hey guys, this is Parth, and if you are watching me first time, please do consider subscribing this channel. Let's now get started. On paper, the Poco X3 comes with the newer Snapdragon 732G instead of a Snapdragon 730G which is found on the Poco X2 and Realme X2. Now this is just slightly upgraded version of the Snapdragon 730G. So if you are prefer to play heavy games, yes, this is a gaming centric chipset, but mind this is an mid-range chip, not a flagship chip like a Snapdragon X65 and X65 Plus. This is built on the 8 nanometer process and has a higher clock speed up to 2.3 gigahertz. So this is a slightly overclocked version of the Snapdragon 730G. So if you are planning to play games with this smartphone, and if you have already Poco X2, then I don't think you will be upgrading this to the Poco X3, because the GPU is same on both the devices, that is the Adreno 618 GPU. So now let's talk about display. Both the smartphone have a same kind of display. The Poco X3 also sports and the Full HD Plus resolution with the 120 Hz trendy refresh rate like the Poco X2. So in the display department also, both the smartphone uses IPS LCD technology. So there is no Super AMOLED display. So display wise also there are no upgrade unlike the Realme X2 that is having the Super AMOLED display. Wise, yes, there is a change. You will get the single front camera on the Poco X3 unlike the dual front facing camera on the Poco X2. And also on the back side of the camera, we are getting the circular camera module with respect to change if we compare with the Poco X2, which was having the vertical camera module. So it's a good thing that the Poco has tried to change the design of every smartphone, unlike the Realme, which comes with the every smartphone same design. So we are getting the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 with the Poco X3, which is very good thing in the budget smartphone. We are now having the same 64 megapixel quad rear camera system, but the major upgrade here is that the 13 megapixel wide angle sensor as compared to the 8 megapixel wide angle sensor of the Poco X2. So I was wanting this 13 megapixel. I was always wondering why the brands did not put the more megapixel in the specially wide angle lens. So we will test this camera, especially the wide angle lens of the Poco X3, because having the more megapixel generally means that you can capture a very good amount of detail with the wide angle lens instead of that 8 megapixel sensor. So as compared to the competition, this is a much needed upgrade and very good upgrade that Poco has provided in the Poco X3. So along with the 13 megapixel wide angle sensor, the Poco X3 does come with the 2 megapixel depth and the 2 megapixel macro lens. So yes, there is two more cameras, but I don't think so that makes any much more of a sense, because of that's just a 2 megapixel sensor. Now this Poco X3 comes with the UFS 2.1 storage. There are two storage options, 64 GB and the 128 GB and with the 6 GB of RAM option. So this device starts at the 17,000 in India for the base variant. This Poco X3 does come with the dual speakers, so it will be interesting to see how these dual speakers will work and how is the loudness and the clarity of the dual speakers of Poco X3. So Poco X2 didn't have the dual speakers. It was equipped with a single speaker. So we will have to test them, and if it is found good enough, at least on par with the flagship devices, then it will be a great upgrade. Also, this smartphone comes with the splash-proof resistance, so you can use in the slight rain, you can get with the slight droplets of the water. So now the big question is that should you upgrade if you have a Poco X2 already? I don't think so you should upgrade if you already have the Poco X2, because the Snapdragon 732G, as I have already said, the Snapdragon, it is a slightly overclocked version of Snapdragon 730G. In the real life, you might not able to notice any major differences. In the gaming also the display quality is same. Yes, now we have the 13 megapixel wide angle lens instead of a 8 megapixel wide angle lens. This is a very good upgrade, and in the battery department also, we are getting 6000 mAh battery with a slight upgrade of a more fast charging. But still the battery life of the Poco X2 was very good with a 4500 mAh battery. And remember that the Poco X2 has one of the best rear cameras, especially in the 20,000 price segment. So if you already have Poco X2, I don't think so you should upgrade. But yes, if you have something like a Redmi Note 7 Pro and any other Samsung devices from the J series or like a very entry level phone, then you should upgrade with the Poco X3 if you have a budget for them. So that's it from this video, guys. What do you think about the newly launched Poco X3? Should you buy it in the sub 20,000 rupees bracket, or you should wait for any other Poco phone? So do let me in the comment box below, and till then keep liking, sharing, subscribing this channel. Till then, goodbye, take care.